So good morning.
Good morning.
Just to go over this real quickly, this is the lottery for all those people who filed first, meaning they were in line at 9 o'clock on the first day. Okay? And we just have about 10 races, about 30 candidates involved. This won't take long. The process is a fairly simple one. We're going to put your names, starting with the clerk of the court. We're going to put the names of the candidates in each of these. Okay? And then Noah, our director of elections, is going to hold that up. I'm going to pick one out and read who gets first, who gets second. Very simple. So we'll go clerk of the court, state's attorney, water rec, the 2-year term. Then we'll go to ward committee, and starting with 10th and go all the way to the 41st. And then we have the one Republican. Are we drawing the last names too today?
Yep.
Okay, we're doing the last two. So, by the way, so those people who choose to be last on the ballot, if they came in between 4 and 5 the last day, it's a drawing. Okay, I think we're ready to roll, which means, first of all, in the Democratic Party for the Democratic primary, for clerk of the court, we have Dorothy Brown and Jacob Meister. If you're here, feel free to come up. If not, it's okay. And we just do this stuff. Throw it in. Okie doke. Okay, first on the ballot for clerk of the court. Not to be confused with the county clerk. We got lots of clerks around. Is going to be Jacob Meister. That means second on the ballot will be Dorothy Brown. And then other candidates that filed after that after 9 o'clock on the first day, they will be in the order that they come in. Okay? So that takes care of clerk of the court. Next we go to state's attorney. Anita Alvarez and Kim Fox, both in the mix for Democratic Party primary. First on the ballot for...
Take your hand out of there.
Whoops. Okay. Let's see. For state's attorney is going to be Kim Fox, which means second will be Anita Alvarez. Okay? Next we're going to water rec. And so you understand the slate. In this case, there's a slate of the Democratic Party, and there'll just be one here. So if the slate comes out fourth, there'll be 4, 5, 6. Come out third, there'll be third. Alrighty, this is the big one for water rec. $6 billion agency, 6-year terms. Right. Okay. First on the ballot in the Democratic Party will be Kevin McDewitt. Is that pronounced right?
Devitt.
It is Devitt. Okay, Kevin McDevitt, first on the ballot. Okay. Second on the ballot. Oh, God, these are tight. Go through a lot of drugs this morning. Okay, second on the ballot is the slate of Barbara McGowan, Mariana Spiropoulos.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Josina Morita. Okay?
There you go, David.
Now your father yelled at me too when I mispronounced his name. Okay. So, next on the ballot is Patricia Horton. Okay? And after that on the ballot comes Carrie Caparelli, and that means finally is Joseph Daniel Cook. That's the order. Of course, there'll be other candidates if they filed after the 9 o'clock time. Now we go and also to water rec where there's a 2-year term. Tom Greenhaw and Andrew So. Alrighty. 2-year term, water rec. First on the ballot is Andrew So. That means Tom Greenhaw is second. Okay, now we're going to start the ward committeemen. Most of them in the Democratic Party. We'll start with the 10th ward. Fred Carrizales and Susan Sadowski Garza. The ward committee run at a different cycle than township committee. So the ward committeemen are up this year. Okay, so in the 10th ward, first on the ballot is is Fred Carzales. That means second on the ballot is Susan Garza Sadlowski. Now we're going to the 30th ward, where we have Noah Favala and Ariel Robares. Okay. All right, for the 30th ward, Democratic committeeman. First on the ballot is Ariel Robares, and secondly is Fred. Okay.
Noah.
Pardon?
Noah Favela.
Noah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking back at the 10th ward. Yeah, Noah. Right. Another Noah. Noah. Okay. Now we're going to the 39th ward, where we have Patrick Malloy and Robert Murphy. Okay. So for the 39th ward, first on the ballot will be Robert Murphy, which means second is Patrick Malloy.
You got it.
Now we're going to the 41st ward, Andrew DeVito and Tim Hennigan. Okay, for the 41st ward committeeman, first on the ballot is Andrew DeVito, which means second on the ballot is Tim Hennigan. Okay, now we're going to the Republican Party. Okay, in the committeeman, for the 19th ward, we have Danny Carball, Stephen Graves, and James Jim Perilli. Republican Party, 19th ward. First on the ballot is Stephen Graves. Second on the ballot will be Danny Carball. And then third on the ballot will be James Jim Perilli. And now we're going to go to the other end of the ballot, which is the last name on the ballot for the following offices for the Democratic Party. Clerk of the Circuit Court, Water Rec for the 2-year term, and Ward Committeeman of the 15th Ward. So we're starting with the Democratic Party for Clerk of the Circuit Court, and we have Michelle Harris and Tio Hardiman. Okay. Only in Chicago has that become a fascinating thing to be last on the ballot. Okay, for last on the ballot will be Michelle Harris, which means Tio Hardiman, you'll be right above there. Okay, now we're going to Water Rec, the 2-year term, Martin Durkin and Robert Shaw. Okay, for the 2-year term, Madam President. Okay, Martin Durkin, which means next to last on the ballot will be Bob Shaw. And finally, Democratic Ward Committeeman of the 15th Ward, Jesus Jesse Inguez and Gloria Williams.
All right, make it a good one. Last one.
Okay.
For 2 years.
All right. 15th Ward. Okay. Last on the ballot will be Gloria Williams. Right before that then will be Jesus Jesse Inguez. Okay, so that is a process. We've picked all the people for the Democratic Party in March. Everybody have a good time, have fun campaigning, and bring out lots of voters. Thank you. Any questions?